Hey everyone, Ryan Young, Kama Jiu-Jitsu, and I hope you're doing well. So let me answer another question. I apologize if you ask a question on one of my videos and I haven't gotten to you. It could be that I just got so many stuff I gotta cover. I've got other stuff we're doing. We run the Texas campus, gotta run Kama Jiu-Jitsu, that I don't have time to answer your questions. But I have one from a while ago. This is from August 10th, which is not that bad. I'm only about a week or two behind. And it's from Ricardo Santino Espina. Got a question for all beginners. What should you expect in your first jiu-jitsu class? Any tips and tricks? I'm about to join a class for the first time later, and I've honestly been apprehensive leading up to today. Maybe you could help with those first day jitters. If you really think about it too much, you'll kind of get the jitters. The thing is, just think of it as any other activity. Are you nervous the first time you went to golf? Were you nervous the first time you went to play baseball? Anything, right? Play soccer, right? There's really nothing to be nervous about or have jitters about. Now, sometimes people think to themselves, okay, it's not necessarily that. It's more, I don't want to walk into an academy and say something wrong, do something wrong, look stupid, act stupid, and have everybody don't like me. In fact, I just had somebody who just joined he joined a while ago, but he's been back and is now starting to be regular. And he just asked me the other night, hey Ryan, what do you want me to call you? What should I address you by? And I go, what do you mean? He says, do I call you professor? Do I call you? I go, you know what? Call me whatever you want. He goes, well, but I don't want to be that guy. And I get it. I appreciate that. All right. So my answer to him was just simply, call me Ryan. You can call me professor. Other people call me coach. It really doesn't matter to me. It's not something that it matters to me. But I know that with judo, you call your teacher sensei. Out of class, his dean. Inside class, he's sensei. I got it, right? Or, I know there's some, you go back to our mat etiquette, right? And you don't want to be the one that messes things up because you're going to be, depending on your professor, if your professor's a dick, he's going to make an example of you. That's not anything we do. Every school is different. You want to find one that kind of matches with you. Now, if it's your first day, like I said, I'm pretty loose. But if it were my first day, I would call, knowing what I know now, I would call up and I'd say, hey, professor, right? Is this Professor Dave? Yes. All right. Today's going to be my first day. Is there anything that you want me to wear? Anything you want me to say or do, just so I don't, mess things up? No. Just go ahead and wear, wear your gi pants or you don't have gi pants. I say sweatpants and t-shirt if we're no gi. And if we're running gi season, then I say just wear shorts and a t-shirt and I'll hook you up with a uniform when you come in. Boom, we're done. Now, as far as when you're on the mat with your instructor or when you walk in, just say hi, be friendly, smile. And that's what we're gonna do anyway. So I don't think that's anything new to anybody there. Now, when you're on the mat, just do whatever they do, unless they pull you aside and they start teaching you individually. That's the optimal situation, but a lot of times they just don't have that ability to do that in a group class, which then leads me to say, if you're really nervous about it, book a private with your instructor or one of his instructors that can teach you. So in that way, at least you won't be unfamiliar when you step onto the mat in a class. In fact, Master Dave has actually one guy who just joined into the group class who's been taking privates from him for over a year now. He refused to go into the group class. So what Dave would do is he'd bring in training partners for him that are in our group class. Most of them were junior instructors, but he'd bring them in and kind of give this particular private student different looks and boom, boom. So, as he gets out of this, and he's able to make progress, now he feels confident and now he goes to the group class. And I haven't spoken to him since he started, but he's probably doing well. Right? So that's another route you could do. So then, he may have been nervous, but he's not nervous because he doesn't know what to do. He knows what to do. Another thing you can kind of think of is, one thing you're going to do for sure, at least I do for sure, is when I meet people for the first time, especially when I go into an environment where there's a lot of people, I'll ask everybody's name. But I guarantee you, if somebody would ask me 10 seconds later, what's my name? Don't know. Just try not to get too caught up in that, right? You'll learn the names eventually. The important thing is just try to relax, and especially with jiu-jitsu, don't try to beat up the people in class, because if they've been there for a while and you try to beat them up, they're gonna beat you up, okay? You're there to learn. You're there to learn the art. try to make some great friends while you're at it. So go in there with an open mind. Go in there not with a thinking like, I'm gonna see how good I am versus them. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. You know, they might have been wrestling and they think, you know, I just wanna see how well I can do. If you've never done this before, that's not a really good attitude to take. However, if you've been training for a while and you're coming in, you're gonna visit and drop in or whatever, then you know it's a little different story. But for the newbies, the first timers, go in there with open mind, just try to learn. And don't try to beat anybody, don't try to best anybody, don't try to show off what you've got. That's for later on. But initially, you're just trying to learn what they're trying to learn, or just see what they're trying to teach, just so you can have an idea if what they're teaching is what you want to know. And other than that, be sure to have fun. And that's really it. If you have fun, then you will always come back. It'll be 3 months, it'll be 6 months, it'll be a year, 10 years, and you're just gonna think to yourself, this is the greatest thing, or one of the greatest things, top 3 that's ever happened to me. But it all starts with that first day. You know that old Chinese proverb, journey starts with the first step, and that's your first step. Don't think too much about it, don't think about how you're gonna mess it up, just be there and have fun and learn. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Happy training. Bye-bye now.